El día de hoy tenemos al candidato Chris Warren, que va a hablar un poquito de él, de su biografía y también de lo que él nos propone para que votemos por él. Así que usted haga sus análisis de quién le gustaría votar.
My name is Christopher Warren. My occupation currently is a lieutenant of operations at the Ridgeland Police Department. I'm a 23-year veteran of law enforcement, serving in public safety, including police. I have 20 years in police, 23 with public safety. That includes fire and things of that nature. I started my career back in 2000 on the law enforcement side back in 2004. I started with the Walterboro Police Department. At that time, I was a patrol officer. I moved up the ranks, where I was ultimately in charge of various units, including patrol, street crimes, investigations, narcotics, things of that nature. Back in 2014, I actually transitioned over to the Ridgeland Police Department. There I took over the patrol unit, I took over the traffic unit, and I was promoted to the rank of lieutenant, where I serve now. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. That's where I grew up. Attended Fort Dorchester High School, attended Charleston Southern University. That's where I got my education. And right now, like I said, I'm a lieutenant with the Ridgeland Police Department, but I did enter the sheriff's race here in Jasper County. I've been living in Ridgeland since 2014. As soon as I started the Ridgeland Police Department, I fell in love with the community, and I moved to Ridgeland, South Carolina. I registered for sheriff because I strongly feel that I am a great candidate that can make positive changes in the community. I spoke to, of course, my family before I made the decision. Together, we made the decision for me to enter the sheriff's race. I do this for my family, and not only my family, but the community and the residents of Jasper County. I think one of the biggest things that the Hispanic community need, they have a voice in the community. They need to feel safe. They need to be protected just like anybody else. There shouldn't be a fear that they're being discriminated against by law enforcement. And I think that they may not be vocal about it, but I think if you actually talk to some of the Hispanic citizens, they will tell you that they are fearful of law enforcement, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be a team effort where they feel safe in their community as well, and trust their law enforcement that serves them. One of the first things I feel that we could do is better utilize the manpower that's at the sheriff's office. We could put more patrol units on the streets, which would allow them to serve the community by checking properties, making contact with the community members, finding out what issues they may or may not have. One of the biggest things I think I want to implement is the community orienting policing. That includes getting out there, talking to people, finding out what the problems are, putting plans in place to correct these. One of the biggest tools that the sheriff's office has at their disposal is the community watch programs. Some of these programs in the community are dormant, which means they're not being utilized like they should be. If we put the right people in the right places to oversee the community watch programs, I think we'd see a big improvement with the community relations. Checkpoints on the traffic side is a good tool for high crime areas. They do serve a purpose if you're targeting certain criminal activity, including drugs, guns, things of that nature. The routine traffic checkpoints just check for people with no licenses. I think there's a better use of the manpower than strictly checking for just driver's licenses. Now, I do understand that in the evening times, like late at night, they serve a good purpose for getting drunks off the road, but strictly checking for people that have no licenses, I don't think that it's a good use of the manpower in the officers of Jasper County. Well, you should vote for me because I feel that I'm the best candidate. Obviously, I'm a little biased because it's me, but I do feel that I do have the command experience. I do feel that I have the best intentions. I would treat every citizen of Jasper County as they are part of my family. I do everything that I've done in my career, I've done for my family. Everything I'm doing now, I'm doing for my family. And if I'm elected sheriff, I would treat every resident of Jasper County like they're an extended part of my family. Well, the sheriff is the highest ranking official in the county. They are the face of the law enforcement side of the county. Anything that goes wrong usually gets put back on the sheriff. So I think that you have to have a person in that position that is not afraid to take the appropriate actions that needed to be taken, make the changes that need to be taken, and correct the issues at hand. It's very important for everybody to get out there and do their research and find out who the best candidate is and vote for that person. The young people of the community, I feel that they're in a good situation right now. There's a lot of resources at their disposal. You know, funding for going to college, things of that nature. What I would stress is to make sure that you make the right decisions in your young lives, because anything you do at this age in your life can and will follow you the rest of your life. So make the right decisions, hang out with the right people, don't fall in the wrong crowds, don't give in to peer pressure. Do what's right for you and think about your future, because like I said, you have great resources at your disposal right now, and you have to take advantage of it and do the right things. The important to register to vote, because everybody that registers to vote has a voice in what happens in their community, not just the sheriff's side. You got seats coming up for city council, or county council. You got seats coming up coroner. You got seats coming up for clerk of court. You got seats coming up for Congress, Senate, things of that nature. Not to mention this is a presidential election year. So anything that happens, you have a say in it. And the bad thing about it is if you don't vote, then you can't complain. So I think that everybody that can register to vote needs to register to vote. Everybody that is registered to vote needs to get out and vote on election days. If I win this primary against the former Democratic Sheriff Malphras, then I will go on into November and I will face the current sheriff, which is Sheriff Donald Hipp. I do believe that the Hispanic community can play a big part in the elections. There's a big population of Hispanics in Jasper County, and the important thing, like I just stated, the key is getting everybody registered to vote. Getting registered to vote, getting out to vote, and making your voice heard. I think you do that, you get out and vote, you make the changes that you want to make for your community, the Hispanic community and all the residents of Jasper County. Absolutely. I want everybody to know that I'm a man of my word. I'm a man for the people, and I implore everybody to do their due diligence, do their research, listen to every candidate's message, and make the best decision not only for yourself, your family, but for everybody in Jasper County, because you can make the difference. All you got to do is vote.